What's up, people? Welcome to another Create Your New Life session sponsored by Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. I am your host, CEO broker, Michael G. Davis, and I spearhead this thing every week. We talk a little bit about what we have going on as a company. We talk about some training. We're finishing up our series, Speaking to the Brand New Agent. We're going to finish that up today. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining the show today. All right. Um, for those that are visiting us for the first time, I want to thank you for joining in. If you're checking us out live through our broadcast signals, or if you are checking us out on our YouTube page at a later date, thank you for offering us your time. If you like what I have to talk about, we show things that we offer our agents. We are a full service brokerage firm. If you like what we talk about today, give us a call here. If you're in the process, you're licensed, you're in the process of getting your license, you're thinking about getting licensed, call that number. Let's schedule a sit down. If you're in the market, you're thinking about buying a house, selling a house, you need investment, want to purchase investment property, get an apartment, rent a home, call this number. These are the things that we do. You have credit challenges, call this number. We are totally real estate. So, with that being said, welcome. Thank you for joining. At any point, we have Margaret. She's joined us today. So if she wants to comment, she can unmute herself, ask her question. The group chat is on. She can log into the group chat. But Margaret is taking advantage of that free CE credit. Free CE credit. So before we begin, before we go deep into it, I always like to start with this slide, which shows how our agents are able to capitalize on that CE credit. So as you can see, for every Create Your New Life that we do, our agents log on to the live session. They can actually qualify for an hour of CE credit. All they have to do is four simple things. Must be logged on at the time the session begins, must show the instructor identification, which we do before broadcast, so you don't have to worry about your information, your driver's license, any of that stuff being on the internet. The instructor has to be able to see the student's face the entire time, and the student must stay online the entire time. Do those four things, and guess what? You get 1 hour of CE credit. Yeah. All right, so today's session, we're talking about what are other ways to generate business leads. Everybody wants business leads. What are some other ways to generate that? Now, last week in episode 113, we talked about a couple of heavy hitters. So if you didn't see episode 113, go back, check that one out. We talked about two heavy hitters when it comes to generating business and leads. Today, there's a bunch of other ways to generate leads, and we're going to talk about those things as we close out our series of communicating to the brand new agent. You just got your license. What do I do? I just got my license. What are the things that I need to be doing? So since episode 110, we have been addressing those things. Matter of fact, I think it started episode 109 because we typically have 5-part series. So that'll be 109, 110, 111, 112, 113. Oh, no, that's right. 110. So 110, 111, 112, 113. And today is 114. So we started the series, episode 110. Okay. Now, the quote, well, some of the things that we're going to be talking about today, we are going to be looking at, again, these multiple options, but also we're going to look at our core ideology, right? We're going to pull out a solid core ideology piece, one of our values we're going to be checking out today. We have this phenomenal multifamily home that we're marketing in Galveston. So for your investors that are looking for a property, they can put a tenant in, they can cash flow. This may be the one for you. we are going to talk about a great program that's strictly designed for individuals that have not gotten their license yet, but they need to go ahead and begin looking at the practical side of things, building database, adding new opportunity, all the things that we talked about the last 5 weeks. You start doing that before you get licensed through our affiliate program and having access to a full-fledged real estate firm. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about a 2-hour CE training that's coming up this week for you all to take advantage of as well through our providership, Brooks and Davis Real Estate Continuing Education Institute. So we got all of that. We got a jam-packed show. So let's jump in. All right. Now the quote that I had connected with today's session is, if you want to grow, consistency is the key. Listen, and that was from John C. Maxwell. John C. Maxwell is a doctor, PhD. He's co-authored, internationally recognized leadership expert, speaker, coach, author. He sold over 19 million books. 19 million books. You know, I like to tell you where these quotes come from because, listen, you got to vet where you're getting information from. And look, if people are solid, give them their dues, take the information and apply it the best way that you feel like you should apply it. So you want to vet them. So this guy, when a person says they are internationally recognized, if you sold 19 million books, I don't care what them books is about. And his books are typically about leadership. Them books could be about basket weaving. You just sold 19 million books. If I got a question about basket weaving, guess what? I am going to be listening to you. So when it comes to leadership, you need to be listening to John C. Maxwell. So he's the one that gave us this quote. It says, if you want to grow, consistency is key. And consistency is one of those areas that we shortchange. We don't give the due to consistency that it is needed, right? Everybody's looking for the big bang, the big hit, that one big activity. What's that one big technique? What's that one big tactic that I can do, and then that's going to take my business and grow me? Well, guess what? It does not exist. Real estate is a pipeline business, right? So if you're going to build up, and if with any pipeline business that you're working, it's the small tactics done every day. Consistency, being consistent. If you cannot stick with something, whatever the tactic is, we're going to talk about some activities that generate business today. But if you do not remain consistent with the activities, then you're not going to grow your business. So the consistency is the key. If this is what you want to do, if you want to grow, then it's all about consistency. So that's why we're talking about that quote today from Dr. John C. Maxwell. The man's trained over 5 million leaders worldwide, right? If you want to grow, consistency is the key. So be thinking about, as we're talking about, I'm exposing you, giving you some ideas on how to draw business into your sales cycle. Think about or associate these ideas with what's the best way for me to remain consistent with these ideas, at least 6 to 12 months of doing it over and over and over and over again until you see the result. Even if you don't see the results, you keep doing it over and over before you make a determination of if it works. That's why it's so important that you have someone like me, your broker, so you don't have to guess. Because if you guess wrong, well, you're guessing wrong for the next 6 to 12 months. So it's important not to guess wrong. Don't guess. Come to me. I can tell you these are the things that we've seen. We have proof, results that these things have worked, so you can guess right and capitalize and be consistent with it. All righty. So we're jumping into our 60 seconds of core, where we discuss our core ideology. Remember, our ideology is who we are. When I'm sitting with agents that are considering leaving their firm, when I'm sitting with a prospective affiliates, then the ideology is what really governs the conversation. Because if you're going to join an organization, you need to know what they're about. And guess what? Our core ideology tells whoever what we are about, and we do our best to live it out. All right. So remember, our core ideology is made up of a goal, our core purpose, and our core values. So one of the core values that we're going to look at today briefly has to do with always giving our best and every day making our best better. This is actually one of the last. This is the last value that we added. Our ideology used to only have 4 values, but I forgot how this came to me. But it came to me one time, and I said, you know what? We have got to cement that thing right there into our DNA, and that's at that point we added it as the 5th value to our ideology. Always giving our best and every day making our best better. If you want to be competitive in whatever you do, then it first starts with effort, right? It first starts with, number one, the right information of what to do or what not to do. So yes, it does start with having the right information. But once you get the right information, then the second thing is putting in 115, 120, 150% effort in that direction every time. So always giving our best is what that means. It means coming to the plate every time, ready to put in more than what you think that you're capable of putting in, going 100 every time. And then after you realize what your 100 is, then every day trying to make that 100 more, or making more 100, or going greater in your 100, right? Always making your best better, constantly improving your best, but whatever your best is, constantly giving it. So that's our 5th and final value as of right now that we have as a part of our core ideology. Always giving our best. This is who we are, what we do. Always giving our best and every day making our best better. That's right. All righty, so now let's talk about some production. How are we looking? Are we closing deals? Are we getting people on the board? What are we doing? What are we doing, people? Well, guess what? I'm in a great mood. And you know why I'm in a great mood? Because of this number right here. Boom! $4.7 million under production. Congratulations, guys. Over the last 7 days, you guys have added over $1 million of production to the board. Bravo, bravo, guys, bravo. So yes, I am in a phenomenal mood because we have $4.7 million worth of production in our pipeline. Good job, guys. So, for months, I talked about that $4 million mark. We started this journey at 1.5 million, and look how we've grown. So I know what the capabilities that we have. And every day, again, we're talking about coming with our best and making our best better. So we've achieved a milestone. Let this be where we stay, right? Don't just let this be a high mark for us, right? Let this be where we consistently play, right? The 4 million, 5 million, 6 million. Let's have that number continually go up, right? We can call it our running average, right? That means some weeks it'll be up, some weeks it'll be down, some weeks it'll be up, some weeks it'll be down. But when you average that thing out, you create a baseline. And that baseline is what we want to keep going up, right? So I'm proud. I applaud you guys. Let's keep up the work. Let's keep pushing it. And let's keep adding production to this board. I want to congratulate some people that really contributed to what we were able to accomplish last week. Ricardo Davis, he added a couple of properties. Fred Brooks signed back up with us, and guess what? He's coming and adding production onto the board right out the gate. Laquana, my favorite realtor, right? My favorite Brooks and Davis agent. So she added a couple of transactions onto the board, and then Margaret, our team agent, Margaret Harrison, added some production as well. So congratulations, Margaret. I know, Margaret, we did our happy dance this morning. Didn't we do our happy dance, Margaret? Yeah, we did our happy dance. Yeah, contract. So congratulations, everybody. We brought in some new agents. So Miss Selena Mason, we want to congratulate her. Hopefully she's on. She may not be because we just signed her up the end of last week. But if she is, we would definitely want to welcome her. We're going to get her on the group meet. She does her orientation. We're going to welcome her to the family. And we have some new affiliates, a lot of affiliates that we signed up last week. So I'm gonna do my best to pronounce her name before I revert to the nickname, right? So Anyinye Iwulu, people call Yvonne, right? She's our new affiliate, so welcome her. Threemethea Jones, she has a nickname as well, call her Mint. But Threemethea Jones and Abigail Hicks are new affiliates that signed up with us. We have over 74 affiliates right now. See, that affiliate number is really going up. 74 affiliates. We're excited about helping those individuals get from not being licensed to being licensed, as well as once they become licensed, giving them a head start. The affiliate program is about giving a head start, and that's actually one of the things that we're going to go into detail about today as well. But we want to welcome those 4 young ladies to the family, and congratulations. So again, because we had so much production come in over the week, that that production number, those top 5 producing agents had to adjust some, right? So we did. We had some movement in the top 5. So Margaret held on. Matter of fact, she further solidified her number 1 spot. Margaret, you still number 1. Put up the number 1 sign, Margaret. I'm number 1. I'm number 1. Margaret's number 1, the top producing agent. Laquana, with the production that she brought on board, she moved up the ranks. She went from not on the list to number 2. She supplanted Chica. Chica was number 2, and she lost her position to Laquana, pushed her down a little bit. So Chica's number 3. Mr. Lewis B. Hawkins, BJ, he's maintaining his spot. He got pushed down some as well. And then Ricardo, again, look, you bring in 2 contracts over a week, you can see what it can do for you. So Ricardo's another one of those that weren't on the list last week. And boom, now he's made it to the top 5. So we've offered a little bit of parity to the top 5 producing agents list. It's not just all women, which is what it had been for a long time. My fellas are showing their face. So congratulations, ladies. Congratulations, gentlemen. Keep up the good work. Let's keep pushing this thing forward. So proud of you guys. So proud of you guys. All right. Now, we got a great property we're going to take a quick look at today. It's a duplex that we have in Galveston, Texas. It's a duplex. One of our clients is selling. We're marketing it for him. This duplex is located at 3310 Avenue Q. 3310 Avenue Q, Galveston, Texas, 77550. Now, only asking $219,780. All right. Now, the good thing about a duplex is that, guess what? You don't just have to put 1 tenant in it. You can put 2 tenants in it, right? So the key about multifamily properties and selling multifamilies is understanding what can you rent them out for, right? Because look at it from this standpoint. If a person were to put 20% down, right? So that's a little over 42 grand. So if you put 42 grand, even at this price right here, you're going to be a little over 170, right? And if you're a little over 170, your mortgage payment is going to probably be around 1,500. And if your mortgage payment is about 1,500, if you rent both units out for 1,200, guess what? You're cash flowing. And that's what multifamily is about. It's about the cash flow, right? Because if you're all in 1,500 on your debt, that includes your principal, your interest, your taxes, and your insurance, right? Even if you take an extra 100, put it to the side for emergencies, well, now you 1,600 all in. If you're clearing 2,400, take that 2,400, subtract that 1,600. What does that leave? $800 cash flow, right? That's a win. You want that. Not only is the mortgage being paid off by the tenants, you got a little money in your pocket. That's how people build wealth. So this property that we have and 3310 Avenue Q is an opportunity for a person to capitalize on that type of investment, Okay. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the specifics. It is a total square footage 1634. It's on a 5,100 square foot lot. So we got that going on right there. Let's see. It's a kind of like a cottage. Has 3 large bedrooms, 2 baths, and then it has a 2-bedroom, 1-bath garage apartment with a laundry room. So I said 1,200 a piece, but look, if you can rent that house for 1,500 and rent that garage apartment for say 900, then you're still at $2,400. You just broke it down. But a 2-bedroom, 1-bath garage apartment has a laundry room, a wash and dryer included in the back of the property. 856 square feet is that. Hardwoods, living, laminate. Now it does have window units throughout the house, so obviously that will affect how much you can rent it for. So, and these numbers that I'm throwing at you, these are numbers. We haven't done hard analysis of these numbers, but I just wanted to run a scenario with you, right? But guess what? Both units are already moved in ready, so you don't even have to put any work to the property. You just got to clean it up a little bit, right? So, phenomenal opportunity here in Galveston, Texas. Right? Let's take a look at some pictures. That's the back, that's the front, right? Look at that. Look at that. You ain't really got to do a lot of work. It's almost there. Just got to clean it up a little bit, and then it'll be ready to go live. So if you have a client, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for an investment property. They're looking, they have some cash. They want to use that cash to build wealth, right? To be able to build legacy for their family. We have what you need, right? So give us a call. Help us move our property. Help us get it sold, right? If you're looking at this video on our YouTube channel, call us if you're interested in that bad boy, and we can talk about it, all right? So that's our property there, 3310 Avenue Q, Galveston, Texas. A home plus a garage apartment, 2 opportunities for you to generate revenue or tenants, rental income. And with that comes cash flow, which is what the goal is, trying to get cash flow at $219,780. All righty. So I talked about our affiliate program, right? Because we were welcoming our new affiliates, our affiliate members into our organization. But, we always highlight one of our proprietary programs. And guess which one of these is going to be today, right? Remember, I always show my mural. I have all the things that we provide. Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. We provide a boatload of value, which is what we're always looking to do. As a company, we want to come at 100. We want to come at our best, just like our core values said. Every day we want to come at our best. So this is us right here coming at our best, highlighting everything that we have to offer for the development, the coaching, and the training of an individual that is in our real estate industry. All right. So guess which one of these bad boys we're going to talk about today? You guessed it, our affiliate program. Our affiliate program is the one that we're going to talk about today. So it's designed for individuals who are getting their real estate license, individuals that want support as they get their real estate license. So we tell them to join our affiliation while, guess what? Getting their real estate license. Look at all the things that we offer for them. The biggest thing, if I had to sum it up in one word, if I had to sum up everything that we offer through our affiliate program in one word, it would be the word access. We give them access to information. We give them access to opportunities. We give them access to a number of things which will help them connect the dots on how to do this business. Because I don't know about you, one of the hardest things to accomplish in real estate is being able to connect the dots and get those dots to turn into cash through the efforts that you're doing in this business. So our affiliate program allows access so a person, since this is the career they're getting into, they can begin that journey sooner versus later. Okay, so that's what the affiliate program is all about. Now, some of the specific things that a person gets with our affiliate program. Guess what? As you can see, Margaret, she has access to our Create Your New Life because she's an agent. So she's able to get her CE credit by logging on. Well, don't you think that this would be great if an individual who wasn't licensed yet could have access to log on to our Create Your New Lives every week, and they can converse with myself, get some coaching as they're going through the process? You think that would be great? Absolutely, it would be great for them. So that's why that's something that we offer through our affiliate program to our affiliates. So all 74 of our affiliates are able to, when they get the link, because we send them, they get the link emailed, they get it through the group me, they get it through text messages. They have the access to where they can click on that link and they can log on and be a part of our Create Your New Life every week. All right, what else do they get access to, Mike? Broker CEO? Well, they get access to Mike, the broker and CEO of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. They get access to our executive leadership here at the company. So how great would that be? I mean, I wish I would have had access to that when I was getting my license, to get access to the actual broker or an executive leader in a brokerage firm. How phenomenal would that have been? Well, I didn't have it. I didn't have anything like that. But our affiliates now, they do. They get access to something like that. Numerous online resources, right? So if I'm just getting my license, it would be great if I could see some of the things that are being talked about in class. But for the most part, expose me now to things that I'm going to need to have as I continue in my journey of real estate and building my business. So show me processes, buyer processes, seller processes, show me checklists, show me marketing stuff, flyers, templates, show me that stuff. And our affiliates get access. They get access to our digital shared folder that's in our 7-Dot training. They get access to all the information that's in there, right? So if you're one of our agents already, you know about the 7-Dot training folder and you know all that stuff that's in there. Well, our affiliates, they get access to it. And they can begin looking through the digital folder and putting and getting visuals of the things that once they join Brooks and Davis, the things that we're going to be sitting down and putting together and using, the resources and the tools we're going to be using to help them grow their business. So they get to see that as an affiliate. They get access to our real estate question and answer hotline. And that real estate question and answer hotline is all geared around answering questions when it comes to licensing questions. Hey, I've taken all my classes. What do I do now? I've done my fingerprinting. What do I do now? I passed my test. How long does it take for me to get my license? Like any of the questions that may come, the misunderstandings you want better information about, like how much is all of this going to cost me when I get signed up? What are the fees that they're going to be when it comes to HAR, TR? Hey, what does HAR stand for? Whatever your question is, they have access to a hotline number and an email address, so they can get those questions answered. They get access. Our affiliates get access to our office. They can use our office and schedule our office just like any of our agents can. They need the conference room. Guess what? They can schedule the conference room to come in. They need a computer. We have extra computers here they can use. They need to make copies. They need to send a fax. They want to use the phones. They want to answer the phones. They just want to be in the mix of deals being done, being around successful individuals. Don't you understand? If you're going to be successful in something, you need to hang around successful people. Your environment is key. So our affiliates get access to the environment, an environment that is actually doing deals, making stuff move in this industry. So our affiliates get access to that as well. All right. They also get access to invite-only events. So I know I was out of town last Thursday. We had us a happy hour. I had a happy hour, but guess what? Our agents and our affiliates were able to attend that happy hour. So those type of events, our affiliates get exposed to that, and they're able to come. Look, we have a training coming up. I'm going to talk about that next. Guess what? Our affiliates are able to come to it, right? Without having to pay anything. So our affiliates get the same kind of access that our agents get. All right. And then the final thing is that we'll actually work with them on particular deals. They can use our license, right? So now people that are waiting, if they got somebody and people are getting close, getting their license, we can start talking to these people now, getting them going, getting them in front of one of our agents or even myself personally, and start helping these people down the road and begin using that as an opportunity to train the affiliate, right? Or guess what? Best case scenario, by the time we get to the closing table, they're licensed and getting paid. So it is, again, it's all about access. It's all about offering an individual access and an inside look and a head start over everybody else that's, guess what, waiting until they get licensed. And then once they get licensed, then they begin getting this thing moving. Well, you don't want to wait, because when you wait, then it's a long ride, a long drive ahead. Okay. So now, final thing before we get into our training, we have a workshop. Now that thing says free, right? Oh, this is not the right one. I didn't change it, guys. All right, so this one's next week. Let me change this real quick to the right one. I thought I changed it. I guess I did not. Let me do it right quick. I don't want to show me doing it though. Yeah. Okay, so let me see. Let me get rid of this one. Boom. Let's add this one. Where is it? Oh, it is right here. Boom. Oh, that didn't do right. Here. Copy it. We're going to paste it here. Boom. Get that going. Make it a little bigger. And guess what? We are back. We are back. All right, let's see. Let's go big. And then I'm going to share it. And then now you guys can see what I meant to show you, which is our free training that is actually going to be held. Now, this is the flyer for Saturday, but we're actually going to be having it on Wednesday and Saturday. So if you're available at 2 o'clock tomorrow, we're going to be having this workshop. And for Brooks and Davis agents, they do earn, or anybody, any agent, they can come earn 2 hours of CE credit. Now, for Brooks and Davis agents, it doesn't cost them anything to attend this training. Unfortunately, because you haven't made the right decisions yet, if you are not a Brooks and Davis agent and you want to be able to get these 2 hours of CE credit and get this training, then it's going to cost you a soft cost, small fee of $20 for non-Brooks and Davis real estate firm agents. And look at the things that we're going to talk about. We are going to talk about selling houses. This ain't about listing homes, buddy. This is about marketing a property and getting it sold. And that's what we're going to be talking about Wednesday. What's what we're going to be talking about on Saturday. How to ensure you leave. If you're meeting with a seller, how do you leave that consultation with a client, right? If you've gotten chosen and now you got this property, how do we get that thing under contract? Like, what are some techniques and some tactics to get this thing moved and get it under contract? You know, we're going to talk about how to get that contract that you have closed as smooth as possible. You know, in the past, I've spoken about those 9 evil bosses, people's opinions in different areas of the program, of the transaction that can, guess what, kill your deal. So we're going to talk about how do we make sure that that don't happen, because we got, look, my bills is due. If they consistent, we talked about consistency being key. My bills is consistent. So that means I need to make sure my revenue and my income is consistent. So that close date, that close time is key, very key. So if you're interested in this training, go to that link, go to our RSVP link and click which event, because there's multiple events on there. Click which event. If you are not a Brooks and Davis agent, then when you go to that link, it'll take you to Eventbrite where you can reserve your seat and pay. But if you are a Brooks and Davis agent, then just go to that link, RSVP, reserve your seat, And we'll see you either Wednesday or Saturday. So that's Wednesday, July 24th. It's tomorrow, 2 o'clock, or Saturday, July 27th, same time, 2 o'clock, 2 to 4. All righty. Now let's do this, baby. Let's do our training. Let's do our training. All right. So this is the final episode, the final session in our 5-part series when working with new agents, helping them jumpstart their business. As we know, it all starts with this beautiful, beautiful work of art. Remember, it's our roadmap. You don't have to guess the roadmap. Here it is. You don't have to be a Brooks and Davis agent to have access to it, but to be guided on how to navigate it, how to build it, that's when you need to be a Brooks and Davis agent and let the Captain Michael G. Davis, show you and guide you on how to build that thing. All right. So we are going to now what I wanted to show today in Serum. So remember, Serum is our digital software that our Brooks and Davis agents have access to. And in Serum, we're going to be looking at skill set number 1. We're going to be talking about the things that are in skill set number 1. Because skill set number 1 is what? Generating leads, and more leads, and more leads, and more leads, right? So this is what skill set 1 talks about. So now we have, I want to say it's 15, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 15 videos. And these are past Create Your New Lives. Now there are other videos that are in the 7-Dot training under the Create Your New Life that has not been added. Or you can go to our YouTube page and we have a playlist of all the Create Your New Lives that you can go to as well. And so we have other videos where I do talk about other lead generating ideas that may have come after we built out this software. So don't just limit yourself to these videos. I know they're the easiest to get to because we have them all here in Serum. But don't just limit yourself to these videos right here. Now, a couple of them that I want to point out. This Jumpstart Your Career is a video where, again, I go into detail on some ideas when it comes to getting things moving. I think I spend a lot of time with database because database is your most important mechanism to help you generate business, right? One of the techniques that we talk about, and we've talked about on numerous occasions, is taking the people in this device, and once a quarter, calling them and doing this simple script. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Checking in with you. How's life? How's the kids? How's the fam? Everybody's good. Awesome. Well, guess what? I'm trying to gear up for my next quarter. Calling you, wanting to see who do you know looking to buy a house, sell a house, or invest in real estate that I can call today. That'll really help me boost my sales for the next quarter. Who do you know? Do that. Consistency is key if you want to grow. Do it once a quarter. Do it once a quarter. Make those quarterly calls to your database of people in your phone. Now, if you've elevated to a CRM, which is our goal to get everybody to elevate to a CRM, so you can, because guess what? I got 15,000 people in my CRM. I can't put 15,000 people in this device, nor would I want to, right? I got 15,000 people in my CRM. So if you graduated to a CRM, then instead of saying once a quarter, do it on your phone, I'm going to tell you once a quarter, hit your database. That script. That's all you need to hit. Because all you're doing, ideally, the people in your database are people that have already committed to doing business with you, right? They've committed to it mentally, right? The thing is that they may forget. They may forget. They may have not sent you a referral because they forgot. So it's very important that you remind them. So at least once a quarter with a phone call, that reminds them. So when they get into that conversation with somebody that says, you know, I'm thinking about buying a house, or I went and talked to a lender the other week, or whatever, then that individual will remember, hey, Mike does real estate. I probably need to see if they have a realtor. Maybe Mike could help them out. Maybe Mike could answer their questions. Maybe Mike, whatever. But that right there will help you stay on the forefront of their minds, right? Now let's talk social media. Social media is the big rave right now on pushing your business. Facebook ads, Google ads, spend all this money, Instagram. Hey, look, I haven't sold a house using Facebook ads. Now we've done ads. I've done Facebook ads. We've done Instagram ads. I haven't sold a house because guess what? It's hard to distinguish between me doing a transaction off of Facebook, which we've done plenty of transactions off of Facebook, me being able to distinguish that by saying, well, if I hadn't run that ad, would I still use this person? I can't tell. I haven't gotten a brand new person that I didn't know who they were that hadn't already been following us to do business with us. All right, which is what I believe Facebook ads should be about. Some people say, well, Facebook ads are just about brand awareness. Well, awareness don't put money in my pocket. I need money in the bank. I need cash. So if I'm gonna spend $1, I need to get $10 back from it. Anything I spend. So I don't just need awareness. I need cash, return on investment, baby. Just haven't been able to quantify that as of yet using social media ads. But that doesn't mean you don't use social media. You better use social media because that's another way to keep on the forefront of people's minds what you do. But you just got to make sure that you do it right. Ideally, and I like to speak in ideal terms, right? Because sometimes we have the desire to do things, but the execution is difficult, right? I get it. I got a laundry list of stuff that I want to execute, but it's hard getting to that because you have a list of things you're trying to accomplish. You got to prioritize. So ideally, you want everybody in your database, you want to be connected to them on social media. Everybody in your database connected on social media. So now guess what? If you're consistent in posting, right? You want to grow, consistency is key. If you're consistent and you posting your posts on social media, then that means those people in your database, not only will they get that reminder phone call once a quarter, then maybe on a weekly, monthly basis, they're seeing you on social media, right? So the frequency of social media is greatly debated. I get that. What I'm saying is this. Even if you just get into a flow of once a week posting something, say twice a week, you post something. Well, whether that person looks at it then or not, they may miss your post, right? When they get to scrolling and there's other stuff on top, they may miss it. The fact that you're at least hitting them once a week, that's 5 times, or 4 times a month that you're touching them. Boom, you're reminding them what you do, right? If you do it twice a week, guess what? That's 8 times a month, right? And that's before you even get to the quarterly call. So they're already warmed up. They're seeing you move. They're seeing you do stuff. They're seeing you practice this business, right? And you want some variety, right? You want to show some personal items. You know, personally, I don't put my kids on Facebook, right? But I'll put me on Facebook of what I'm doing. Also, you want to show you doing real estate, because if you want somebody to trust you, right? You show the personal side of you, so people will like you, right? They start seeing activities, things that they're interested in as well. They start seeing that with the things that you're doing. All right, they like you, right? You also want to show them you doing real estate so they can trust and see that you're competent. They want to see that, right? Who are you helping? Are you showing properties? Are you selling houses? Are you helping people get into homes at closing tables, like something? How effective are you? People aren't expecting you to be a top agent. They just want to make sure that they can trust that when they put their financial welfare in your hands, that they don't need to worry. So they want to see that on social media. And to give a healthy diet of that on a consistent basis will help you generate business. So look, these are simple things that anybody can do. You don't have to be in real estate at all to do the two things that I just said do. Call the people in your phone, run this simple script. Who do you know looking to buy a house, sell a house, or invest in real estate? You ain't got to be no real estate expert to do that. You don't have to be no marketing expert or exec to do that, right? And make sure that everybody that's in your phone, before we get you to go up to CRM, make sure everybody in your phone, you're following them on social media. You've convinced them to follow you on social media, right? And that once a week, 1 to 2 times a week, 2 times preferably, right? But I get it. Life is life. But at least 1 to 2 times a week, you're posting something personal wise and business wise. 1 to 2 times a week, you'll begin that cyclical process for that particular lead generation stream, because that's all we're talking about doing, building lead generation streams. Now, when we have our GAP meetings, I say we're here to build a custom plan to help you build your business, a custom way, custom strategy on how you're going to introduce new real estate opportunities, new business into your sales cycle on a daily basis. That's what I say. Now, and I say that because guess what? There are thousands of ways to generate business, thousands. So you don't have to be pigeonholed into doing something that you don't like doing, regardless of if a person says this is the way, this is the only way. It's not. It's many ways to get successful in real estate, to generate business. Many, thousands of ways. So I say that. With me saying that though, everybody should do the whole database thing, because these are people, these are your friends. These are your friends. These are your family. You should enjoy catching up with your friends and your family. You should enjoy it. So the only thing that I'm asking you're probably already doing it. Matter of fact, you're already doing it. You're just not intentional. All I'm doing is getting you to be intentional about adding this one piece, which is asking them, who do they know that you can help? That's the only tweak that I'm asking. So what I just said works for everybody, not just some people, everybody. It works. And you like it. You're already doing it. Just tweak it a little bit. All right. So yes, that's just one stream. Now, these videos, 15 other streams of generating business. That's what these videos are about, right? You know, this one video right here, I talk about working a booth. Feed the database in big chunks is what the title of that one is. And this particular show is where I go into highlighting how we've done things like the Texas Black Expo, wealth building workshops, real estate summits, where we purchase booths at these locations. And that video, I go into detail of how to maximize and be effective on how you generate quality leads, not just a bunch of leads, right? You don't just want people's names and phone numbers, right? Because remember, life is life, time is time. You only get a certain amount of hours a day. And yeah, guess what? Rich people, they don't have more time than you. They have the same amount of time that you have, right? They got the same 24 hours. But the difference between rich people and people that are not rich is that rich people know what to do with their time. So when you go to a booth, you don't want everybody's information. You want people that are interested. So you need to have a mechanism. You need to have two mechanisms. You need to have a way to encourage them, or you need to have a way to bring awareness to you of what you're offering, right? You need to grab their attention. So the first thing you need to have at your booth is an attention grabber. That can be music. That can be, I know now what we've been doing is that we'll take our projector and we'll project something on the screen. It doesn't matter what you're projecting on the screen. People gonna look at it. Guess what? Because people nosy. And it's lights. We like shiny things. We like lights. So put the projector on the screen. People gonna see it because they got the lights, and they gonna see what it is, and it's gonna draw their attention to you. Once you draw their attention, like I said, you can do it with music, you can do it with lights, you can do it with a strobe light, do it whatever. Get their attention. Once you get their attention, then your messaging needs to be good, right? Because if it's, oh, I want to help you buy a house, that's boring. They don't keep walking. The only people that you're gonna get are people that want to buy a house, right? But guess who you're not gonna get? People that want to buy a house, but they don't think they can. So you want to get people that know they can buy a house, that want to buy a house, and people that want to buy a house, but they don't think they can buy a house. You say, I want to help you buy a house. I already think you can't help me. I'm gonna keep walking. So the messaging is strong. You got to have the right bait to get people to engage. And then once you get them to engage, do not do a handwritten sign-in sheet. You know why you can't do a handwritten sign-in sheet? Because people have bad handwriting. I have bad handwriting. When I'm trying to get to the next move, I'm just writing it on there. Don't do a written sign-in sheet. Because when you guess what? When you get back and you start trying to upload these people to your CRMs and make contact with them, you are not going to understand their handwriting. You're not going to understand their phone numbers. You're not going to understand their emails. Don't do it. Do a digital one. We do a digital registration. And before we hand out stuff, you know, people, they go to booths and they just handing stuff out. Here, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. They're satisfied with the activity. Don't be satisfied with the activity. That ain't cute just because you got a bunch of people at your booth. If that dollar that you, for every dollar that you spend on that booth or for that opportunity, if you're not turning it over 10 times, then you just, guess what, wasted your time and you cannot get time back. You could have did something else instead of going to the event. Even if it didn't cost you anything, you wasted your time. So don't waste your time, right? So do a digital registration. And then on our digital registration, guess what? We ask, do you want to purchase? Do you want to sell? Do you want to rent? Do you want to get into real estate? We ask them that. And all they got to do is they just push a button. You fill in they ain't got to type it. They just click, put a circle, checkbox. Check everything you're interested in. The name, phone number, email, check everything you're interested in. And then at the end. And it automatically goes to a spreadsheet. So now when we get back to the office, we already got a digital imprint of everybody that attended the booth. And not only do we have a digital imprint, we know specifically what each person is interested in doing. You know how easy it is now to follow up? I can follow up with the specific. I ain't got to follow up with, hey, you attended the event. I just want to see if it's anything that I can help you with. Because guess what? There's also an option on that digital registration because some people just going to register because they want something. But we don't give out nothing unless you register at the table. You want something on this table? You get you some nice things, some cute things to make people want to do it. But if you want anything at this table, you got to register. You're going to get that info out of you. And then we'll go ahead and give you one of these fancy bags. I like them bags and them koozies and cups and pens. But before you get into that stuff, you're going to have to register. But guess what? When they in the registration, there is a nothing at this time. I don't need anything at this time. Well, now when you go back to the office, you ain't got to worry about calling them because they don't need anything at the time. You can spend all your energy, your focus, and your time on calling the people that raised their hands and said, I have a real estate need. You call those people back. You spend your time, you spend your energy on that. You be effective. And guess what? Guess what you've done? Now, if we're talking about consistency, if you do that consistently, go, participate in booths, expos, go to events, get tables. People have events all the time, festivals, picnics, sponsorships, whatever. They let you bring a table. You go take that table, and then you follow that protocol that we talked about. And everything that I just talked about now, it's in here. It's in this video right here. You look at it. And if you do it on a consistent basis, you've created another stream of business, right? Stream of business. Creating and growing business, introducing new business into your sales cycle every day is just a matter of creating consistent streams of activity that will constantly bring you new opportunity. That's all it is. And in your serum, skill set number 1, I've given you 15. Some of these videos I talk about multiple ways. So it's more than 15. 15 ideas. We've given ideas of how to create those streams. You just got to take a look at it. Now, guess what? You ain't got to look at the whole video. All right? You ain't got to look at it. So I'm going to click on this one. It talks about networking. The whole thing. The whole thing is long. Right? I think this one, let's see how long this one was. You know, it was 110. You even got some coaching in there. Looks like I was doing some coaching on that one. Turn it up. Stop. There we go. Gotta continue to work hard, get it in. So I'm talking, right? But you ain't gotta look at the whole thing. Typically, the training doesn't begin until like the 30-minute mark. Boom. Remember we were talking about networking? Down and out of verb. So that's what? To be honest, the 30-minute mark. Found out today that networking is a noun and not a verb. It was a verb. Is when I begin going into detail about the training at the 30-minute mark. So when you're looking at these videos, you don't have to look at the whole thing. Too many of them. Fast forward it. They're all YouTube videos. Fast forward to like the last 30 minutes or so. Get the training, get the idea, get the concept. And when you get the concept, then you'll be ready to go, right? So now, I only had an hour, so I couldn't go through all of them, right? Obviously, we wouldn't have had enough time. So I just hit you with a couple, right? We talked about the booth, working the booth. I showed you the video for that. We talked about building a database and working that database. And then I showed you the videos where all the rest of them are. All right. So now, next week, I'm going to take the week off. We're not going to have a Create Your New Life next week. I'm going to prepare for a phenomenal series that's coming up. I am excited about where we're going to be looking at. This is going to be a 10-part series, right? So usually I hit them in 5-week chunks, but this was going to take 10 weeks. And we're going to be talking about maintaining success while going through a tough market, a tough real estate market, right? I believe that the market we're coming up on a shift, right? And we're going to talk about that. So the next 10 weeks, don't miss it. So next week, I'm going to take the time to really make sure I got solid, and we're starting that series strong. I feel really good about that series. So next week we'll be off, but that's what we're going to be picking it up the following week, a 10-part series about maintaining success while going through a tough real estate market. I am extremely excited about it. I can't wait to see what comes from that series. All right. So with that being said, Margaret, do you have any questions, any coaching? Or are you just here for the free CE? Let's see if we can unmute. You unmute yourself. There we go.
Just here for the CE.
Margaret's just here for the free CE. That's okay. That's why we have it here for you. It's yours. You enjoy.
Thank you.
All right. So since we don't have any coaching for today, we'll wrap this thing up. Margaret's got her hour of CE credit. I'll end it by if you came on a little late or you came in to the broadcast late, you don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to the CE or what CE means. CE stands for continuing education. If you are licensed, then you know what that means because you got to turn them in every year. But Brooks and Davis agents are able to get an hour of continuing education credit every week or every time we do our Create Your New Life session. They just have to do these 4 things. Margaret did that today. She earned her hour, and that's it. Through our providership, the Brooks and Davis Continuing Education Institute, you get your CE credit. So with that being said, I'm going to gear my music up, turn my speakers up, and we're going to bang out of here. Let's see.
Shall we begin?
No, because we are finished for July 23rd, Tuesday, July 23rd. Yeah, finishing up our series of talking to brand new agents. If you want to start it from the beginning, episode 110. Start at episode 110, look at the last 5, and you'll see everything that we had to offer to a brand new agent, where they need to start so they can jumpstart their business and get things going, right? We talked about a training we got coming up, offering an additional 2 hours of CE credit this Wednesday, July 24th, Saturday, July 27th. Your Brooks and Davis agent doesn't cost you nothing. If you're not, costs you $20. Or you can meet with me today, sign up for Brooks and Davis, and then you ain't got to pay nothing for them 2 hours of CE credit. Talk about that. Talk about our affiliate program. If you know anybody that's looking to get into real estate, they're enrolled in at least one class. They want to have access. They want to get a jump start or a head start on everybody else that's waiting until they get licensed to get their business going. Come on, let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let me put you in the best situation to be successful. With that being said, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your week. Looks like it's going to rain, unfortunately, but that's okay because the farmers are happy. With that being said, you guys enjoy your day. We'll talk to you soon. Peace. Peace, 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 peace.